Well, everybody, I got another car and I think you're gonna like it. My friend needed a truck for work and he really liked the 4Runner, and I really liked the car he had. We ended up trading and I'm pretty happy with what I got. He got a nice 4Runner and I'm gonna miss that vehicle because it was really fun. It was super practical. I had it for almost 2 years, but there's a bunch of 4Runners out there. And this being a more Lexus channel, I decided it was time for another change and something on the channel that everybody would like. This is what I got. Here is a 2011 Lexus IS350 F-Sport. Yes, it's a full F-Sport model. Now I got this from my friend Kyle. You might have seen it on the channel before. He wanted the 4Runner, so we traded straight up. My 4Runner was valued the same as this vehicle. The 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗪 Blue Book was about the same, so we literally took our titles, went to the notary because that's what you have to do here in Pennsylvania. We swapped titles. Now I'm the owner of this IS350. So here's the car. Let me tell you a little bit about it. In case you haven't seen any of the older videos I did on it. As you can see, it's pretty modded, but there's things I want to change and do to it still. So it's not like in a finished state. There's still mods I can do and that I want to do. So there's still a lot of potential with this car. I know for the last year I had the Camaro, the 4Runner, the Scion XB, and people just kept asking for Lexus content. So my friend Kyle and I worked out a deal to where I now own this car and I can provide that content. So I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about that. So let's go through some of the mods. In the front here, it has a VIS racing hood. You have the factory headlights. It's an F-Sport, so you have the F-Sport grille. There is a little bit of a lip on it. We're gonna have to clean this up and probably paint it, but the vents are really cool in the hood. I really like this color. It's called ultrasonic blue, and it was an option for some of the F-Sport and F models. It just looks really cool. Now before this 350, I had a 2007 IS350. So it was the luxury package. It wasn't the F-Sport sport package. So there's some minor differences with this. The headlights are different, the fog lights are different. The mirrors have turn signals on them, which is cool. We do need to tint these front windows. I think the tint peeled off, so we're gonna match it, just make it look nice and clean. You got some Enkei 18-inch wheels with Michelin Pilot Super Sports, I think they are, or a Pilot Sport 4S, I believe. Either way, they are Michelin's performance tire and they work really well. There's some painted brake calipers with an F-Sport logo, drilled rotors in the front, and just regular rotors in the back with EBC pads, I believe. I kind of want to get slotted rotors all around, so that's a mod we could do. And maybe we can change up the caliper color as well. Making this my own will be a fun adventure, but I'm really liking this car so far. You have the 2011 taillights. This is a VIS Racing carbon fiber trunk, just like the hood, also carbon fiber. It has like the ducktail molded in, and then there's the carbon fiber valance back here. That's a gloss with the F-Sport logo. Now it doesn't say 350 anywhere, but if you follow the channel from years previous, this was the plate I had on my old IS350 and we brought it back with this car. So the 350 plate lives on. This has a diffuser on the bumper that's molded in, so I think that looks really cool. It's got a Megan Racing exhaust. It's got PPE engineering catless headers. Definitely some performance there, especially for a V6. Now this is optioned with the sunroof. It's got BC coilovers with Swift springs. The previous owner did not cheap out on parts. There are things we have to address just because I want them addressed, or maybe I want to change some things up, or there's some things that the previous owner Kyle just did not get to and I want to get to them. You know, he had a lot of fun with this car. He put a lot of money, time, and work into it, and now it's mine and he can enjoy the 4Runner that I pretty much built up, and he's going to be using that for work and things like that. It's a win-win for both of us. Also, before we go into the interior, I forgot to mention it does have a little carbon fiber roof spoiler that we're gonna have to probably re-clear. Clear coat looks like it's coming off, and the RR Racing sticker, because this is tuned, it has the RR Racing tune, and of course the headers we talked about. Sorry about all the sweat, it's really humid here in Pennsylvania today, but it's gonna be awesome. Like, I have another 350 on the channel. Let's take a look at the interior real quick. On the inside, there's not too much to see. They're 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗟𝗪 seats, which is kind of like a suede and leather. The F Sport seats are very bolstery. We have a flat bottom steering wheel with carbon fiber. We have the ISF silver carbon fiber trim in the center. So there's a little bit of upgrades here and there. Then there's the blue on the interior trim, which it's a wrap. So I'll probably take that off, maybe do carbon fiber or something just to have it all blacked out in here. We have the F Sport shifter, which I had in my old car and I really liked. I just like how that feels. And of course, some carbon fiber on the steering wheel. The dash and door panels also look good. No signs of cracking, fading, or melting. You'll notice the headliner and everything like that is black. I remember it being tan on my IS350, so it's really cool that it's black. It just makes it look really sporty in here. So I just started the car and I wanted to show you this. 73,000 miles, not even 74,000 miles. A lot less miles than what my 2007 IS350 had. Now, I'll be the first to say the exhaust is a little raspy for my personal liking, so maybe we can address that, but I'll let you hear it now. It's just in that upper rev range, it just gets really raspy. And I believe that's due to the NVIDIA mid-pipe. The resonator in that mid-pipe, or lack of resonator, just makes things really raspy, especially when you have catless headers. We'll have to address that. Maybe we'll put a bigger resonator in there or another muffler. I think the mufflers are fine. It's just that mid-pipe and the lack of a resonator. Now, before there was a lot of support for audio and aftermarket stuff here, the previous owner, Kyle, went ahead and installed this Pioneer head unit. Now, it works well. I don't have any complaints, but he did upgrade all the speakers to Pioneer, upgraded the sub, has a separate amp for running for the sub, separate amp for all the door speakers. This audio system is completely separate from stock. It doesn't interface with this at all, so it's all separate. So that could be something we can work on and maybe figure out a better way to do. But for now, it works. It sounds pretty good. So we're gonna keep it like that just for now until we can figure out something better. Now, these are something I ordered right before I got the car. They're just carbon fiber inlays I just threw on there to make it a little better. And like I said, we're gonna wrap all of this stuff in carbon fiber as well. Now, of course, as I'm recording this, it's starting to rain. So here's the engine bay. It needs cleaned up, but there are some carbon fiber pieces. These 2011 headlights also have the little swoosh, which I really like. And I kind of want to get VLANs for back here. So drop in the comments below, what do you think? I'm probably gonna smoke these out and get VLANs for this, just because I like how they look. And this is where things get a little messy. Since it's a carbon fiber trunk, it doesn't have all the holes to put back this factory carpet, so we'll have to figure out a way to fix that. There are extra power cables running for the amps. You can see them sitting back there. We have the Megan strut brace tower in the front in the hood, as well as here in the trunk. And it helps a lot. So this trunk isn't the most ideal thing, but this isn't my daily driver since I will have the Scion XB as a daily. We have some factory wiring harnesses for the speakers, but yeah, we're gonna do something with this. This will be a cool little project. And the previous owner, Kyle, is a friend of mine, so he actually agreed to help me figure out something cool to do with this. So definitely stay tuned if you'd like to see what we do here. I'm pretty excited to have another IS350. It's here, it's mine. We're gonna do some cool stuff with it. Drop in the comments below what you'd like to see. I mean, the car has been modded so heavily that maybe in the future we could do something like a supercharger. I know I didn't want to do it with my other car because it just was high mileage. It just was not really worth it to do when you're spending that kind of money for a supercharger and your car is worth that much. Where this car, it's the color I really like. It's got the supporting mods, it's got the lower mileage, so maybe that might be a possibility. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, drop in the comments below what you think of the new car. If you're coming here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Instagram at Marty Motoring, and as always, keep those wheels turning.